It is very competitive. I mean, again, you're talking about money. Those offers need to go out in the mail. They need to end up being there on time. It doesn't do you any good to get the postcard after the sale. I'm actually John Zawisza. I'm the Director of Digital Operations here at SG360. Right now we are in one of our digital production rooms, and welcome. I actually run all the digital operations. So I have small footprint bindery, along with various different digital presses from toner to inkjet. It actually all comes under my hat, which gives me a lot of gray hair sometimes. I think there's a total of 6 facilities altogether. We have 2 web plants. We share our plant with the traditional sheet fed offset. We also have commingling facilities, finishing facilities, and actually fulfillment facilities. Well, SG360 is one of the premier direct marketers in North America. So with all the web plants and all the comprehensive programs that we end up offering to our customers, we're able to end up putting everything in the mail and increasing our customers' ROI. I mean, that's the whole goal, is to end up making sure that the money that they put into the direct market, you know what, they're gonna get a return on that investment. There's all kinds of things from direct mails to letter shop type work, which gets, like you mentioned, inserted into an envelope. We'll do postcards, we'll do reward programs. You know, the thing is that nowadays you really wanna end up getting the most on your investment. So sometimes those things that are a little bit different than your competitors actually end up benefiting you. It is very competitive. I mean, again, you're talking about money. Those offers need to go out in the mail. They need to end up being there on time. It doesn't do you any good to get the postcard after the sale. Pretty much. I mean, it's a commingled facility, so it actually saves the customer money to end up ganging all their different jobs together and mailing it as one big postal sort as opposed to just little individual jobs. Oh, it's a lot more. To be honest with you, especially with the digital devices today, more and more of our customers are actually doing a lot of variable content. They usually start off with maybe just a name and address, but after that, they end up going full-blown variable with swaps of different offers, different pictures, different graphics, everything specific to the customer's data. I think it's a lot of it with the experience. I mean, we've been doing direct mail for so long that we actually have a very good understanding of it. And that's why when we end up having these other offerings, especially postal optimization, e-commerce, things of that nature, we've already been doing it for years. So when we have customers that are sometimes coming up and being like, hey, we want to do this, but we don't know how to do it. You know what? Talk to us. We've already been doing it for years. We'll help you out. I want to say the people make us successful. I mean, we always end up trying to keep our eye out for the best technology, and we're always trying new and different things. But again, even those opinions have to end up coming from the people who have been doing this work for so long that actually care about what they do. The people is a huge thing with here at SG360. So SG360 has always made it a very big pack that you can actually grow with your career here. So yes, we've been having a little bit issues trying to end up getting people, but fortunately, it's usually at entry-level positions. Most of the people that actually work in my department have actually been with me probably 18 to 20 years. And we've been able to end up moving them up and continue to grow their career so that they really don't want to go anywhere else. I mean, as far as a traditional sheet-fed offset, we primarily end up using Komori. We've had a partnership with them for a while. We've actually liked their equipment. We have multiple 6 colors with 1 coder. We have a 8 color with 2 coders. On the digital aspect of it, we have both toner devices and HP Indigos, Canon image presses, Canon Pro Streams, color streams, and actually the A2200, which was just recently released by HP. We keep to try to standardize everything as much as possible. That's why Impostrip was actually a very good niche. When we first ended up getting into digital, we were using a traditional offset workflow, which was good for static, But as the programs and the technology were enabling for more and more variable content, our jobs kept getting more robust, if you want to use the word, and they were getting larger and larger. We needed something to be able to feed those presses and that we could change kind of at the stop of a dime if we had to end up moving it to a different technology. Well, to be honest with you, I had to investigate, but I was actually familiar with Impostrip back in the day. It actually drove the front end of Agfa Chroma Press, which was his Icon engine. So now you know I'm dating myself a little bit. But it was actually nice because it seemed to handle a lot of files very quickly. Once we started getting larger and larger variable jobs, I actually kind of researched them again to see if they were still around, and I was actually surprised because they became actually a lot more robust. And we ended up getting a demo for a little bit, and I was pretty much sold. I mean, the best thing about the Impostrip is it'll handle pretty much any imposition we throw at it. I mean, we've utilized a lot of things as far as like Dutch cuts and custom marks and things of that nature. But it's just the amount of files that it's actually able to chug on and get out in fractions of the time that we were doing it before. No, I'll be very honest with you. I had some familiarity, but it had been years before I ended up doing it. And the ease of use was actually a great sales pitch on my side. It's pretty much hot folder driven. So once we set up the certain imposition for the certain press, it's there written in stone. So as the programs come through, we're guaranteed to have consistency on our jobs. And like I said, with the size of a lot of our jobs, you know, we may get hundreds of files. You know, the last thing you need is to have 5 of them impoed differently. With the hot folder workflow, it's all consistent. You know what, to be honest with you, at this point, we have PDFs supplied to us from our data team, and then we have pre-press drop them into the hot folders. Now that we've actually just ended up getting a second instance of Impostrip, which is the newer version. My goal is to try to start getting into more of the automation process. I know I can end up working with the XML, which will be, actually I can spit out of Quadrant, which is a GMC product, but I just haven't found the time to end up experimenting with it. Again, like I mentioned about the automation, the XML, I mean, the goal is to end up getting the data in from the customer or possibly pulling it from their website for them, being able to end up going through data, have variable composed, brought into a folder, imposed, and sent straight to press. And hopefully be able to work with the XML schema to end up putting some kind of reporting on the back end that finishing knows when a job's done. I mean, the ROI is kind of hard to compute, but I mean, as far as I was concerned, I mean, we did time trials from our existing workflow, and for jobs that we were putting through it would take hours to impose. When we ended up putting it through the Impostrip, it went down to minutes. Now, I know time is money, so I may not have exact numbers for you, but I know I was saving on something.